Hey y'all, it's Stephanie Seidel from the Beach House with Mo and Steph. And every now and then, it's just Steph because I get these little things in my brain that I have to talk about. And today was one of those things. After I was working out, I was really meditating on being single in your 50s. Now, there's many reasons why you might be single in your 50s. Maybe you never married. Maybe you've gotten divorced. Or maybe you're like myself where your spouse passed away. And you find yourself suddenly in this place that you never really imagined. And I don't know, for some people, they enjoy being single. I'm not one of those people. I can tell you that right now. I am not one of those people. I enjoyed being married. I had a really good marriage for 28 years. We were together for 32 years total. We got together just after I graduated from high school. So I was 18. He was turning 21 when we got married. We had 3 kids together, and our life was good. And I think it was really good because we were really good friends. I literally enjoyed being with my husband, and my husband enjoyed being with me. We did everything together to the point to where, when we would go someplace separately, people wouldn't recognize us. We'd go into the store or something, and people that we'd see all the time, they would just totally miss us. And we'd come back together and they'd be like, where have you been? I'm like, I was just in here yesterday. And she's like, oh my gosh, I didn't recognize you because you weren't with John. So that's how our life went. Now, after my husband passed, literally 2 months after my husband passed, my youngest son went through a very critical illness of his own, and we thought we were going to lose him too. He was diagnosed with Guillain-Barré syndrome. So the whole process of being in intensive care on a ventilator for, a couple of months and going through the recovery period and all of that. I mean, he was literally paralyzed from head to toe. So had to relearn everything again. So my first, I'm going to say 2 years of being without my husband was focused on my son's healing and was focused on, making sure that our business continued and succeeded so I could live, basically. So while I wasn't, when I wasn't, in that state of, every time I turn around, I'm going to cry, I was just in this place of, I got to keep moving. I got to keep moving because everything needs me to be moving. So it was a while before it even sunk in that I was single. And then, of course, after that, COVID hit. And so everybody was locked down. Nobody knew what was going on. And that was a whole nother thing. So again, didn't have time to process the fact that I was single. But what I did know is that I needed to discover my next phase of life. And so in doing so, I ended up going back to something, a passion that I had always had, and that was counseling. Believe it or not, I wanted to go into that field, but when I had my first child, it just, I don't know, this whole mom thing just hit me, and I couldn't imagine having my son in daycare and all of that stuff. So I chose to stay home with him. John and I said, what are we going to do? How are we going to handle this? And he said, if you want to stay home, you can stay home. We'll make it work. And that's what we did. So we made it work on a teacher's salary, and I homeschooled my kids, and took care of everything at the home level. So when it came to being by myself and having adult children, okay, what do I do now? What's my purpose? And so I ended up going back to that first love, and I had learned all about the coaching arena. And so I went and got certified as a coach. And so the first client that I had was me. Because there was a lot of things that I had to work through. There was a lot of things that I needed to understand. There was a lot of emotions and feelings that I had buried so I could move forward and keep the needle going. And so I worked on myself first because I also knew if I ever got in another relationship, I needed to come in clean. I couldn't come in with all these expectations from my past relationship and comparisons and, all these different things. So I knew I needed to heal myself, work on myself. And so I did that. I did that. And I am in like this amazing place right now that I love me. I love the places that I want to go, the things I want to do. And now I'm at that place to where, okay, I want somebody to do that with. But I'm in a whole different place of life, and I don't even know how that works anymore. I don't know who's out there with me that, you're just in this whole new place of life. Your body's different, your mind is different, your emotions are different, but yet you still want someone to do life with. So, what do we do with that? What do you do with that? So, if you find yourself in that situation as well, I'm going to give you a couple of tips about it. Now, mind you, I am not a relationship therapist. So that's not my thing. But what I am is a certified life coach. And what I am is a person who had a successful 28-year marriage. And I would still be married today if my husband hadn't decided to go on and, move on to his new home. So I know how to do that. I did it very well. So the first thing that I would say to you in this situation of singleness is work on you. That is the most important thing. So many relationships go south because we bring all this baggage in that doesn't need to be there. We have all these expectations that are false expectations. So work on you. We don't live in the movies. We don't live in the Netflix age, where I want that. If you're like 5'4", do you really need a man who's 6'6"? I don't think so. I don't think so. Everybody wants the buff 6'6" man. They want him to have 6-7 figures. They want him to wine and dine me, take me around the world. But is that all really what's important? If you're holding someone to that standard, the first thing I have to ask you is, what are you bringing to the table that's going to match that standard? So when I say work on you, I mean get laser focused on what it is that you want and why do you want it. If you want a man that's 6'6", why do you want a man who's 6'6"? Maybe you're 6'4". That would make sense. But if you're 5'4", why do you want that? What is the purpose of that? You want a man that makes 6, 7 figures. Why? What is the purpose? Are you not able to contribute financially to that relationship? Do you need somebody to support you in a certain way? Why is it that you're looking for that? And then if you do that, I think you're going to find that, those things don't really matter. What does matter is how you want that man to flow with you. Do you want someone who you can laugh with? Do you want someone who you can sit down and have great conversations with? Do you want somebody who's going to support your dreams and the goals that you have for your life? Those are the things that are important. Those are the things that you want to focus on. And when you're looking at yourself, look at, where am I in this equation? Am I in a place where I can bring those things that I want to someone else? Or am I still dealing with hurt feelings? Am I still dealing with wounds that haven't been healed? Before you can get with anyone else, you need to heal yourself, because there's so many things that people are carrying around and they've never dealt with them. So before you go into something with someone else, I encourage you to take care of yourself. Heal your broken pieces and really take a solid look at what you want that matters in a relationship. And then ask yourself, can I reciprocate and bring the same thing? Number 2, energy. We are all made up of atoms and neutrons and cells that all create an energy flow around us. So you need to check again yourself, checking your thoughts, checking your emotions and feelings, because whatever you are dwelling on is what you are going to attract. So if you are in that place of, I'm never going to find a good man, I'm never going to find a good woman, there's nobody good out there, everybody's taken, everybody's a liar, you hear all of these things. That is where your energy is going to be focused, and that is what you are going to attract. So if you don't want that, again, you need to go inward and heal those broken places and get to that place to where you know what you want, you know why you want it, and now you're in that energy. I am light. I am positive. I am somebody that people want to be with. So when I walk in a room, the light comes in the room and it's like, ah! And that way, the people that you want are drawn to you, because like attracts like. So if you're in that negative field, you're going to attract that negative field. If you are in that positive field, you are going to attract that positive field. So check yourself again. Are you someone who is fun to be around? Are you someone who is positive, who is encouraging, who is bringing light into the room? Because, the Bible says that we are the light, to be the light of the world. We're the salt of the earth. Are you bringing that flavor? Or is your flavor bland? Because that's what you're going to attract. So focus on that energy. Focus on, what am I putting out? Because whatever I am putting out is what I am going to bring in. So I like to make sure that when I go out, I am always in this place where, I have a smile on my face. I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling light. I'm feeling like, hey, I'm out here to have fun. And I just got off of a cruise, and I was there to have fun. You know, it was a smooth jazz cruise, so whenever I heard music, I wanted to dance. I don't care if I'm dancing by myself. I want to dance because that's how I feel. So bring in your energy, and your energy is going to attract the same energy. And number three, I think, is a powerful one because we can't live from a shortage mentality. We cannot live from a shortage mentality. And what that looks like is I don't think that there is someone available for me that will meet everything that I'm hoping for. So I'll just take whatever or who's ever. Now, for myself, I have always been in this energy where I can talk to guys a lot easier than women sometimes because I don't know, I grew up a tomboy. So I I just work in that energy of fun and fitness, and I can talk about anything with anybody. But I don't know, I think men might also find that energy of that wifey material in me, so it just, we connect. But in the same space, I connect a lot with married men. I don't know. Maybe they sense that wifey material in me. I don't know what it is. But you know what? I'm not going to be in that place to think that, well, my Mr. Right will never come along, so maybe I'll just go ahead and go with this. No! I encourage you, ladies, don't do that. Stay in your own lane, wait, and be patient. I am a firm believer that you will reap what you sow. I am a firm believer that what you put out there, it's going to come back. So no, I don't want to be in that place to where I am poaching someone else's husband because I don't think somebody else is out there for me. Heck no. Because when I do find my Mr. Right, it's going to come back to me in a negative way. And I am not about that energy. And I am not about the energy of cutting out another female. So I really want to encourage you, don't sit in that space. There's nothing good in that space. Be patient, wait. The Lord has the person that you are looking for. And there is no shortage with our God. There is no shortage. So we never need to be in a place to where we feel like there's not any good men around, so I gotta take that one. Don't sit in that space because that's a lie from the pit of hell. There are plenty of good men around. There are plenty of good women around. And if we focus on ourselves and the energy that we are bringing and the light that we are bringing, it's just a matter of time before you find your person. So do not get in that place of slack. Do not get in that place of not enough, of insufficiency, because our God simply does not work in insufficiency. It is not in him, period. So let's move up to his frequency and stop trying to bring him down to ours. That's my word for the day. But yeah, you know what? I believe that if we work on ourselves, if we make sure that our minds, our hearts, our emotions are healed and whole, and if we are willing to bring that light that we all have out into the world, it's going to pay off eventually. But in the meantime, enjoy yourself. Love on yourself. Do things by yourself if you have to. It's okay. Would we rather have somebody to do things with? Absolutely. Would you rather have somebody to cuddle with? Absolutely. But until that time comes, we got to learn how to love ourselves, and we got to learn how to be friends with ourselves. Because, hey, at the end of the day, if you don't want to be around you, who else is going to want to be around you? So I want to make it a point to love myself. I want to make it a point to want to take myself on a date. I want to make it a point to dance in the kitchen by myself because I am fun. So that's the state that we need to be in. Love yourself, heal yourself, and bring that energy that you want to receive. And hey, you know what? It's going to happen for you. It's going to happen for you. So that's my thought for today. I hope that was encouraging to someone who is feeling like, this is never going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen when you least expect it, when you're not looking for it. So, in the meantime, let's just go out and enjoy this abundant life that we have been given, because it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And along the way, we're going to meet people that are right, people that are wrong, and it's all good. So start today, enjoy your life, and watch what God is going to do with it. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you will catch some more episodes with Mo and I on the Beach House. Until then, make sure and hit that subscribe button. Ding! Make sure and hit the notification button so that you know when we have things coming up, and share it. If you know another female or male, it doesn't matter, but we're mostly here for encouraging our ladies. So if you know some ladies that want to be a part of our girl community that is positive, that is encouraging and empowering, share this material with them. Until then, I will see you soon, and have an amazing day.